What if the person you call the love of your life is actually the person you're emotionally dependent on? Think about that for a second, because love and emotional dependency can feel almost identical. Both make you think about someone constantly. Both make you miss them when they're gone. Both make you want them close. But one helps you grow. The other slowly takes your freedom away. So how do you know the difference? And why do so many people confuse emotional dependency with love? The answer begins with a simple question. Who are you when they're not around? Because healthy love adds to your life. Emotional dependency becomes your life. At first, it doesn't look dangerous. It feels romantic. You want their attention, their messages, their approval. You feel happy when they text, anxious when they don't, excited when they're close, empty when they're gone. And slowly, without realizing it, your emotional state starts depending on another person. That's where the trap begins. Because the human brain loves certainty. It loves things that make us feel safe, predictable, protected. And when one person becomes your primary source of emotional comfort, your brain starts treating them like a necessity instead of a choice, just like an addiction. Not because you're weak, not because you're broken, because that's how human attachment works. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Many people aren't afraid of losing the relationship. They're afraid of losing the feeling the relationship gives them. The validation, the attention, the reassurance, the feeling of being wanted. And that's why breakups can feel so devastating. You're not only losing a person, you're losing the emotional system you've built around them, a system that became responsible for your happiness. This is especially common in modern relationships. Think about it. Most people carry insecurities they never fully deal with. Fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of not being enough. And when someone finally makes them feel loved, they attach that feeling to the person, instead of building it within themselves. That's why emotional dependency often sounds like love. I can't live without them. I need them. They complete me. Movies make these lines sound romantic. Psychology sees something different. Dependency. Because healthy love says, I want you. Dependency says, I need you to feel okay. And those are very different things. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. The more dependent someone becomes, the more attraction can actually disappear. Why? Because fear starts replacing confidence. You stop expressing yourself honestly. You stop setting boundaries. You start doing everything possible to avoid losing them. And slowly, you lose parts of yourself. Your hobbies, your goals, your independence, until your entire world revolves around one person. But real love was never supposed to shrink your world. It was supposed to expand it. The healthiest relationships are built by two complete people, not two people desperately trying to fill each other's emptiness. Because no person can permanently fix insecurities that exist inside us. Only we can do that. And maybe that's the lesson most people learn too late. Love feels strongest when it's a choice, not when it's a survival mechanism, not when it's the only thing holding your identity together. So if you find yourself constantly needing someone's attention, constantly fearing they'll leave, constantly feeling lost without them, don't ask yourself, do I love them? Ask yourself, have I forgotten how to be okay on my own? Because healing emotional dependency doesn't mean loving someone less. It means loving yourself enough that your happiness no longer depends on another person's presence. And that's when something beautiful happens. You stop chasing reassurance. You stop begging for validation. You stop living in fear. And for the first time, you experience something deeper than dependency. Real love. A love where two people choose each other every day, not because they have to, but because they genuinely want to. And that's the difference. Dependency says, I can't live without you. Healthy love says, my life is already whole. I just want to share it with you.